Hi everyone, welcome to the video of virtualization in OS Forensics. OS Forensics is basically a tool that lets you extract forensic evidence from computers quickly with high performance file searches and indexing. Identify suspicious file and activity with hash matching, drive signature comparison, emails, memory and binary data. It helps you manage your digital investigation and create reports from collected forensic data. So let's talk about virtualization feature. Starting with version 7 of OS Forensics, booting a forensic image of a system disk as a virtual machine has never been easier. Previously, this process was typically conducted using various third-party Linux tools and required many cumbersome steps. However, OS Forensics has made this easy as just one-click feature. When performing forensic investigation on an image of target system drive, it is often necessary to recreate and examine the live environment of the system to acquire all relevant data during the investigation. By running the image as a live system, the investigator can perform a live forensic analysis of the image, allowing for the potential discovery of additional forensic artifacts that may or may not have been previously uncovered from a traditional static analysis. And because the system is running in a protected virtual environment created from the forensic image file, there is no risk of compromising the target system. Also, you can see through the eyes of the suspect and bring life to your testimony with visual aids for the judge. This can be very helpful in the sense that, for example, many times we hear about the jump list artifacts, that is the recently opened folders or other key evidences or files that you may see in your other traditional tools. However, if I can explain it to the judge that what I mean by jump list file is essentially the recently opened files that I can see here and I can visually show them, it will be more appealing to the jury as well as the judge, and it will help them understand better. The next example is also relevant in the sense that we can see that what are the frequently visited sites in our tools or in various disk forensics. However, to visually show what I mean by the most recently or the most frequently visited site is always better than just reading about it. There are various other minute details such as the previously used custom desktop or any other image or any other file, recently accessed files and all that we might like to see it. We might not be able to see it in the disk forensics and all, but it can be helpful in seeing it here. Various other third-party applications can be seen in their native form. For example, a lot of companies use Tally for their account management and financial aids and maintaining of their business accounts and firms, but there is no support by other disk tools or disk forensics for that software. If I have to understand its structure, its database structure, its file structure and all, it will be very difficult maybe in the disk forensic analysis. However, if I can virtualize that image and see that image for myself, it will be much more easier for me to understand what the data is talking about or what that option means or what that file means. Another example is your WhatsApp desktop. If I virtually boot the machine and I can actually see the chats and everything in the WhatsApp desktop that is installed in the system, it's much more convenient and very much easier to see the chats rather than just seeing it as in an Excel file or in the database form. Many times there are other company personalized applications for attendance or for their remote logs or anything, which might not be passed by your traditional disk forensics tool. But I can always virtualize that. I can always virtualize that image and view those applications in their native form. Starting from version 8 in OS Forensics, I can attach other disk images to my main image and boot from it. This provides me with additional advantages. I can now use other software to conduct further analysis of my machine and enhance my investigation. So essentially, OSForensics, having its own triage feature, is providing me with the advantage of using triage within triage. So today in this video, I'm going to just show you an example of it. So for example, I have my image file and I want to triage it using other softwares. In this example, I'm going to use Oxygen's Key Scout, which is essentially a cloud credentials triage feature. It's a Key Scout agent, extracts triages and extracts your credentials and tokens from the your suspect's PC, which might include your WhatsApp web token or login IDs and etc. So if I have this suspect's PC, so I'm going to boot that and as well as attach the Key Scout's image to it as an additional disk and boot that and use that Key Scout to run and collect additional data which I might not have been able to collect during the static or the normal imaging. So let me just show you the booting feature. This is the boot virtual machine option. You have it in the workflow as well as your start menu button. I can simply select my main image file. So for example, this is my main suspect's PC. I've attached the image file. It has automatically detected the operating system present within it. And then I have to install a VM hypervisor. I can install Oracle VM VirtualBox or any other VMware applications, which is essentially free and can be installed easily by just simply clicking next and next. I can assign it the number of CPU cores depending on my machine's configuration. I can assign it the amount of RAM that I want to give. Again, this is dependent on my machine's configuration. The more resource you allocate to this virtual machine, the better it will run. I can always connect my virtual machine to network. This is very helpful if I want to transfer the data from image to the to my location via drives or any other digital source. And then I'm going to attach the triage software using the attach disk feature. So I have already created the Key Scout's drive image and I'm going to open that and attach it here. So as you can see, my main image, my suspect's PC is attached here and I've added additional disk here as well. If you have any other pen drive that was found near the suspect's PC or any other hard drives that were present, you can attach it here as well. I've disabled the automatic disk checkup. This is because otherwise it will start checking up the disk and everything, and which might hamper in your booting of the image. Once I've selected all this, I'll just have to simply boot the VM. Okay, so once this is done, I can see it in my VM dashboard that this disk has been attached or has been mounted on my system. I can always select it from here and dismount the drives, or if I have an existing VM, I can use this feature and boot that as well. Again, depending on your system's the system's resources that you've allocated, the virtual machine will take its time. If you have a good machine and a good configuration, you can allot it much more RAM and CPU cores and it will be much smoother to work with. So as you can see, I have successfully booted this, I've successfully virtualized this my image file. And now I can operate it like any other. I can see it through the suspect's eyes and I can operate it like he is operating or whatever. If I've got the password from it, I might enter it here as well. Reading about it in, seeing it in the disk forensics, that the number of users were 3, and actually seeing it is also making a lot of difference. So for example, now I can see that how my suspect's PC looked. Okay, this was its desktop. Many people can have their own customized desktop as well, and this is what I can see, what I mean by the jump list file, that I can actually see what is being used most frequently. So this folder is something that he frequently acquires or frequently visits, and then I can see what was its recent files, everything here as well. And now what I was talking about, the additional disk. So if you see, this has been successfully mounted as a disk here and has been attached to my main system, and this is the triage agent that I was talking about, is now present in the system itself. I can always double click it and run this and perform additional triage that I was not able to collect it in the crime scene. So just for the demo purpose, I'm going to quickly run its fast search. And as you can see, it has already found some email applications. Now these were the essential triage that I was not able to conduct at that time, but now I am able to conduct it here, and there might be a possibility that I get additional information such as WhatsApp Web token or passwords or credentials that might be helpful. And I can always save these data and upload it to my drive using the internet feature, since we are connected to the NAT, and then I can always access it on my drive and conduct the analysis further from it. So this is the benefit of using virtualization option in OSForensics. Now if you see, this user had additionally installed some video editing tools and everything. So if I show you the video editing tool, these files and all these applications might not be supported in your disk forensics, since they're not that commercially or openly used. But however, now I can see the application and I can understand its working, and then maybe correlate it to the artifacts or the analysis found in my normal disk forensics tool. So it's a very helpful tool to understand. I mean, the virtualization really helps you in understanding the tool, as well as the data structure, or what software does exactly and what happens. So that's all about virtualization. If you have any other query or any other doubt, you can always contact us and let us know. And if you have any other features or recommendation, do let us know, and we'll surely try and upload a video for that. Thank you.